Welcome back, everybody, here to Scoreboard's Restaurant. This is, of course, the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And, of course, we've got the man, Roman Banks, right here.
Man next to the man.
There goes my
Chris
finger.
Powell right here. How you doing, Chris?
Man, doing great now. You know, and doing the game notes that I do for basketball and baseball, now I know how always you would say how busy sports is when those two sports intertwine. My goodness gracious.
And you got that, and just think about it, all this stuff that's coming down the pipe and excitement and the big games, you got to be super efficient.
We got tennis going on, we got track and field going on, softball going on, you name it. Basketball back on track with a 4-game winning streak for the men.
Yeah.
Obviously, they did it 2 games at home with UAPB and Valley, and then obviously 2 games on the road, which you know as well as anybody. Alabama State played in Montgomery is hard to do.
Yeah, and they were very, Alabama State was a very hot team going into that week.
5-game winning streak.
And obviously, you know, I think here's one of the keys, and I have always said this in basketball, it's the team that can continue to get better late.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think Coach Woods is proof of that. And so they were able to go on the road and win 2 good ball games.
Right.
Because Alabama A&M is not a bad team either.
Yeah.
And so, you know, by them going on the road and winning 2 games, I think they really put themselves in a great situation.
You know, one time, I went to Alabama A&M to do a game, and I'm sitting there at courtside, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden somebody's poking me in the back, and I'm like, there's a fan poking me in the back? Coach Joe.
Oh, Coach Joe, yeah. Well, you know, traditionally, that was Coach Joe's stop. I mean, you know, when I was coaching basketball, we have him come in the locker room if he could make practice on Fridays or whatever the case may be. And you talking about a legend.
Oh.
And, you know, I don't want to get on that soapbox, but obviously one of my goals is to make sure that Coach Joe photograph hangs from that Rapture type of way in that mini dome, and so that's something to come because I just felt like perhaps he's our most dynamic winningest coach in basketball history, and he deserved that right, and he had a legacy of going on the road beating a lot of people. So when I talk about the basketball program at Southern University, I used to prefer to Coach Joe as the team to compare my teams to or try to get people better, and I'm sure Coach Woods is doing that also.
Beat Georgia Tech, and Bobby Crimmins, one of the best coaches around, the floppy white hair, remember that?
Yeah, no question.
Beat him. That was unbelievable. Women basketball, they're 3rd place by themselves right now. They got shocked at Alabama A&M with a last-second layup for Alabama A&M and the Lady Bulldogs to win that game. Yeah, no question. You know, and I think that staff was concerned about that game all week long and having conversation with them. And here's a couple of things. 2 of their dependable players were out, and you know, injuries down the stretch can cause you some things to happen for you negatively. Right.
And he already had a lot of new players.
Right.
But with Jada out, I think that he has to try to find someone to replace that or some people to come together and be able to step up to the plate because she probably wasn't the leading scorer before she got injured. And so hopefully some type of way, I don't know if they could work it out, and I know it's a foot injury that maybe you know, she can practice less and continue to play, but as of right now, the doctors ruled her out.
Yeah, no question about that, and very painful. And then, of course, track and field, indoor track and field. Got some pictures for that we want to show you. That turned out good. Didn't get as many the points that we wanted, but they did very well there.
Yeah, and so, you know, we did not, I think we placed 6, but here's the interesting conversation about that is that I think we got the most medals. And so that's just a function of perhaps having enough people to participate in the event so you can accumulate points. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, the more points you get, that's who win the match.
Right.
And so we won the most medals as it relates to placing. And so we just need to continue to build our program that I think is on its way back. And obviously with the medals we won, say that Coach White is doing a great job. And so now we just need to get our participation list up where we can also score points while we're winning these, and in many cases in the field events, dominating.
No doubt about that. And speaking of winning, the tennis team went to Jackson, Mississippi for a meet. We lost to Alabama State, but came back and beat Alcorn State and Grambling State. 4-love.
Yeah, no question about it. So once again, championship Connor seemed to be on his way back. You know, I talk about him all the time.
He's whistling every day in my office, man.
You can hear him, huh?
That guy is whistling.
And so I don't have the picture, but I would talk about him. You know, he was in the parade in New Orleans this weekend.
Yeah?
He was all dressed out, yeah.
Okay.
And so he had a pretty good time, and he represented Southern very, very well. And obviously, he represented us well in the tournament, so we're excited about that.
No question about that. Then Southern baseball wins their first 2 games. Now they're on a 5-game losing streak. They did, or a 6-game now. They lost to Texas Tech today, but Texas Tech's ranked number 2 in the nation.
Yeah, they ranked number 2.
And so they're very good baseball. Now we get into SWAC play this Friday against Prairie View A&M, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, and you know, a good Prairie View team, and I think, you know, leaving Texas, you know, getting beat by the number 2 ranked team, and eventually working your way down to over to Texas a little bit, and you know, right outside of Houston there at Prairie View, and I just think that we're going to be able to see the real Southern University baseball team.
Yeah, I do too.
I think that that this has been a learning situation. We have a lot of new players, and I believe in Coach Jackson. I think that he always have his team ready to play, and I'm not so concerned about him. I'm always about winning, but how we going to come out and compete, and that toughness and that fight. How we going to compete? And I say going to speak to where we're going to be down the line.
No question about that. You know, they're pitching. He was happy about his pitching coming in. They're struggling a little bit right now, but again, a lot of young players, only 1 position players return, and I do like that shortstop, Bubba Thompson, number 40. That guy's got an arm. He throws it on a frozen rope. He's going to be that guy played high school baseball last year. Same thing also with Garrett Felix, played at Lafayette last year.
Right.
And he's leading the team in hitting right now.
Right. And you know, obviously, I think that that's been a concern, our hitting, and so I'm sure they've been getting a lot of batting practice in and concentrating on that effort. But you know, our club is just you watch them against LSU, and LSU has some runs on them, but as it relates to being fundamental sound, covering first base, you know, the ball, a good shot is hit across field, and the catcher come over behind first and make sure that he's the safety valve. Now, they just fundamentally sound, and they are a joy to watch. And so as they continue to get better, I think that they're going to compete, you know, in the top of our league. And
get ready, because we've got a home game. I know Romy's always asking us when the team's going to be there, Big Willie and all that. Home game, the first home game at Lee Hines Field for the year is going to be coming up on Tuesday against Northwestern State and the Demons. And I'm going to tell you what, Coach, the grounds crew doing an absolutely great job. I don't remember the infield being as green as it is. That
very
looks
nice.
Don't it?
You come over the hump and you look over there, and I just telling you know, Coach Price them the other day that facilities look very nice. And you know, and once again, I talk about this all the time as we continue to try to raise money. We still have some work to do.
Yeah.
You know, I like when you come over that hump, you see the home of the Jaguars and some banner and signage and making it look very good. And then you got the nice feel, and then we create this beer garden that I'm trying to create over there. So you realize that we trying to take everything to another level, and certainly, you know, we're going to perhaps, hopefully, try to introduce the beer sales for the Grambling game.
So see, I'm going to be the PA guy, so it's a perfect time. Can you imagine the PA and the beer? No, they ain't going to mix right.
And so for the record, also during that Grambling series, you know, we're going to dedicate that building, the field house, the baseball field house, after legendary Coach Roger Cador. So that's going to be an exciting time. You know, that's alumni weekend. We bring a lot of teams back, so we're excited about that. And that is, by the way, going to be on March 27th, 28th, and 29th. That's right. Exactly right. So we have a lot. We got a lot planned. You know, my thing is always asking the fans to come and engage in the opportunities and support the team on and making sure that we're there making our home stadium, home court for basketball, environment that's engaging and very intimidating to the visiting team. No problem. And so I'm sure that you know, our baseball team with this young group gonna need all the help that they can get, you know, when Northwestern State coming to Lee Hines Field. That's right. That'll be again on Tuesday, 6 p.m. first pitch
from Lee Hines Field Southern and Northwestern State on Tuesday. Ought to be fun. When we come back, we're talking women's basketball as the Lady Jags will join us right here on the set. We'll do that when we return right here. It's the Overtime Series show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment.
DJ Kicks, what you got for me, Kicks?
Let's go. Back in a moment.
Come on.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try Ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University, together, a winning team.
It's the night we've been waiting for, a once-in-a-lifetime lottery premiere. The excitement is electric. Who will emerge first? Oh, it's Show Me $200,000, the new $10 scratch-off. The whole family's here. There's Show Me $100,000, looking dapper as ever. Show Me $20,000, and Show Me $10,000, the new $1 game. Play the Show Me family of games from the lottery.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to the Overtime Series show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And, of course, we're talking right now, the Lady Jags got Coach Marjorie Cotton with us here. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Second season. How do you feel so far coming from that different level down to college?
I wish I had did it 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. And speaking of second year, too, Tanner Moore, how are you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing fine.
Doing great?
Yes.
All right, cool deal. Now, this is one of the players that I watch, Coach, all the time. She is all over and always running. She's never stopping. Do you ever stop running on the basketball court during a game?
No.
Always diving for balls and stuff like that? You're constantly going?
Yes.
All right, and Coach, as you see, she's shooting. Well, we're not going to be able to get too much words edgewise in because Tanner Moore. No, I'm joking with you, boo. Coach, what does this young lady mean to your program?
She means a lot. Ever since her freshman year, she brought energy, she brought toughness, and she has the green light. We tell every game she has the green light. So basically, she does a great job of taking what the defense give her, and she's now that she's developed that mid-range, she's killing it right now.
Right,
So,
no
yeah.
doubt about that.
So it just added another dimension to her game.
Now do you know when coaches tell the players, and look, don't worry about it, because when I played, I'm like, okay, this and out the other. But when the coaches tell you it takes all of 40 minutes of basketball, it takes all 40 minutes of basketball, and a team like Alabama A&M at the very end with a layup to win the ball game, that was tough.
That was really tough.
Yeah.
More like a straight line drive.
And you can't go to bed. I mean,
No.
you're up the whole time. You can't go to bed.
No, that memory haunted us, but we just have to regroup and look forward to the next venture.
You really have, it's basically 4-horse race right now, and it so happens that the top 4 host the first round of the playoffs of the tournament. Jackson State at 13-1, Texas Southern 11-3. This is how close they are. Texas Southern 11-3. Half a game behind that is Southern at 11-4, and a half a game behind them is Alabama A&M at 10-4.
Yeah.
Right there, all top, trying to get in position as we get closer to Birmingham, which only 3 games left. So that makes that game with Alcorn this week at 7-8. They've got nothing to lose. They're going to be in the tournament, it looks like, but at the same time, they've got nothing to lose. They want that seeding to where they can get as high as they can. So they're going to be hosting Southern University, and we all know that's a tough place to play.
It's a tough place, and when they don't have anything to lose and more to gain, we can look forward to coming to that hostile environment, and it's going to be a challenge. We, at this point, we can't take anybody for granted. So we're coming in with that mindset. It was tough last year, and they were lower than they are, but it's just a tough place to play.
She said you're very good on your mid-range jump shots. How do you feel anywhere else on that? You like take to the three-point shot too, or?
I try, but Coach Funch just don't let me.
Yeah. And sometimes when you're coming in for that layup and you steal the ball, there's a couple times you come into that layup and you're going to lay it up, and I'm kind of like, well, she's going to slam dunk the basketball. Look at her, she's flying to the goal. I'm thinking you're Michael Jordan it. I mean, I'm waiting for it to be slam dunk here. And I'm saying on the radio, here it comes, no layup. But I mean, your motor again continues to run and run. What makes you drive like that? Was it something that maybe somebody inspired you to do to where you're always constantly moving?
Really, I just know that my teammates look up to me sometimes, and if I have all the energy, then I know they're going to follow after me. If I'm slow, they're going to go slow, and it's vice versa for them.
Wow, and that's good that you're taking that role, team leader on that role. I like that a lot. Now tell us, what are you majoring in?
I'm a nursing major.
Oh, cool. Big nursing program at Southern University. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland. What made you come down here to Southern University, little old Southern University?
I wanted to go to a HBCU, and I really didn't have any offers. And then somehow Coach Funch just found me, and I came to my visit, and I liked the environment, the team, and it just brought me here.
How do you like, what do you think about Coach Funch's?
Oh, that's my guy.
Oh, look at that. I like that. Cool. He's always talking. And then, of course, we've got some guy on the other end. You'll hear his voice from 5 blocks down. What do you think of Coach yelling like that?
Coach Jay.
Yeah.
He just trying to get to us. He know that drive we have in us, and he just trying to get it out of us.
Yeah.
So he just go at us, but we know that it's all love.
Yeah, he knows how good you can be, and definitely so, and definitely break it down. And Coach, your second year on the team right now, I mean, you got to be loving this environment. Going to a place like Alcorn State this weekend, and then finishing up with 2 of the top teams, Texas Southern and Prairie View A&M. That's going to be some pretty tough competition for the last 3 games.
Well, we know we're in a position where we have to finish strong. So these next 3 games are basically for us must wins. So we're seeing how everything pairs up tonight, since we have, when the next meeting, because we're off next Monday, but the other teams are going to be playing. So it's going to be a lot of shaky games, questionable games that could be upsets, could be surprises. So, and we just not at a point where we used to other people's destiny, our destiny being in other people's hands. So, but right now, we're banking on some upsets, and so we
any added pressure on being like the 2-time SWAC regular season champ at all? Does that come up at all during practices and meetings?
No, it really doesn't. We just remind the kids that's the expectation. It's kind of like the norm at Southern. Like that's what we do. So it's kind of like, you have to remind them this is who we are, and they'll shake. Like no doubt they'll shake back after this loss, and it'll probably make them more hungry, more ambitious to get it done. So we know we had some critical mistakes that decided the game, but when we lose, it's a reason. It's
Right.
because we allowed that to happen. So we know that.
Right.
And we're going to get it together.
All right, she's got the microphone. I told her she's going to have to sing like Beyonce at Kobe Bryant's Memorial this weekend. She said she was going to nail it. You ready?
And she can sing.
She's got a beautiful smile like Kobe. She can sing?
She can blow.
Can you get a little sample? Listen to that. All right, now I'm going to be doing my job on Radio Row, and she's going to throw the ball on purpose in my nose when I'm not paying attention. It's coming, watch. I'll be having it. All right, thank you both. Good luck for the rest of the season, Babu. And thank you, Coach Cotton. All right, when we come back, we're talking men's basketball, and Coach Sean is going to join me right here as we continue with our overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment, right here from Scoreboard. You can smell the crawfish already. Come get us right here.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here as we're continuing with the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Got Coach Sean Woods in the house right now. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good, doing good.
And I see you brought all your coaching staff here today.
I sure did. I'm Ryan Price, Jethro Hillman, Pete Cipriano, Martise Moranis, and Johnny.
And they do a great
Johnny
job.
Simmons is on his way.
I didn't recognize Coach Cipriano there with the baseball hat. I don't think I've ever seen him with a baseball hat on.
Pete still like he can play, man. He still
he
get out there with our guys and outshoot our guys and all that.
I see him posting up in practice and all that,
man.
elbowing still. He got that sharp elbow. Yeah, I got it.
I wish he had some more eligibility too.
Yeah, yes indeed. Well, Coach, you asked me how does this team look and how does this team look, and I've got it now. Defense. You guys are hanging on defense. Defense, your numbers on defense of the last few weeks and last few games have been going up, and that means your numbers are going down. Let me give you this right now. Number one in the conference in defensive points per ball game at 67.3 per ball game. That's only what the opposing teams are getting. Fifth in field goal percentage. They're only getting 43% in field goal percentage. Second in three-point percentage at 31%. In defensive rebounding, they're first at 31.7 per game. And you create 14 turnovers a ball game. And the last few games, you guys are scoring on those turnovers. We'll get to that in a minute. But, Coach, defense, is it tougher to learn the guys' defense or offense?
Well, for us, this year it's been tougher offensively more so than defensively. The guys have really bought in because they like the style of play that we play, keeping guys out, pitching shutouts. And now, as of late, the last 2-3 weeks, we've started to receive some of the fruits from our labor of scoring when we either, create a bad offensive situation for the other team or create a turnover. And I'm finally starting to listen to my son and also my other assistants about pressing more. And the last 4 games, we've pressed a lot and we've turned the teams over and we're actually almost pitching shutouts, to go into Alabama State. I thought our guys really was keen in. It was my fault that the game got kind of back. We let them back into it because I pulled it off. I pulled the press off a little bit. But, making them shoot only 27% from the field and then going to Alabama A&M and only allowing them 23% from the field. That's unheard of, but that's a credit to the guys that are playing right now. And I told them they kind of messed up a little bit, teed off because on that 6-game winning streak, some guys stopped playing because I shortened the rotation.
Yeah.
So they're masked, mouth poked out and all that. I said, I'll tell you what, we're going to press. This is the only way I can play a bunch of guys. And you better get it. If you don't get it, I'm going back to the 7-8 rotation. And by God, they got it. And we're playing 12 guys instead of 8 or 9 guys. Yeah. And we're beating teams like we are. So everybody's buying into it. And also we're actually scoring off of those turnovers that we're creating.
No question. And you talk about, he just talked about how low Alabama State and Alabama A&M, their field goal percentage was. Here's another big stat for you. Alabama State only scored 12 field goals the whole game. Alabama A&M only scored 10 field goals the whole game. Not and a half, the whole game. Unbelievable, coaches. And I know, look, this guy played at Kentucky under Rick Pitino. He's from Indiana. So this guy's basketball through and through. He goes to bed thinking basketball. He goes on vacation thinking basketball. Basketball all the time. But, Coach, I can tell you right now as a guy, and I know my stats. On a national level, three-point shooting is down this year. Last year was at almost 39%. This year's almost 36%. Is it because it's psychological because they move the line back, you think? It's why 3 points around the nation have gone down this year?
That and also kids now want to dribble the ball, man. They want to dribble.
Oh, cool.
They want to be James Harden. They want to be, so they're trying to get to the cup. So it's not the same anymore. And the NC2A and the referees try to change the rules about freedom of movement because they're thinking that college basketball audiences, whether it's on television or game audiences, is going down because the scoring's going down.
Yeah.
Well, last year in the Final Four, it was probably the second or third most watched Final Four in the history of the Final Four now, okay? And it had 3 of the top defensive teams in the country.
Yeah.
So everybody's trying to defend. If you defend and you got your guys right, you always have a chance. Now, we've been doing that. We're learning how to win now. We've been playing defense all year. Now these guys are starting to get it as far as playing with each other. 14 new guys takes a little bit, but they always been brought into competing just to know how to finish games. Now they've learned and are continuing to get better at learning how to finish games. And our last game was probably the most dominant, as Jethro Hillman, my assistant said, probably the most dominant game we've had all year. We were playing so good defensively that the fans, their fans, weren't getting on us. They were just saying, cut it off. You're embarrassing us. Can you let off? Well, I'm subbing and playing guys that hadn't played before. So when they get in there, what are they going to do? They're trying to show coach how hard and how tough they can play. So they weren't going to allow their men to score either. So it was a great and dominant basketball game, and hopefully we can continue to do that. And if we do that, I like our chances coming down the stretch.
One of the things that I want to talk about these games again and talk about the Alcorn State game that you just brought up that I think is absolutely amazing. I do your career stats for all your players.
Mm-hmm.
And the the career minutes per ball game is equal to what they've gotten in other schools, like if they were at a junior college school. So nobody's really getting, you gave them an opportunity. Okay, I'm going to give you these minutes. Show me you can score. Show me how you can play and what have you. So, Coach, there's no player that really could come back and say, okay, my minutes are way lower than they used to be in my career. They're not. So in your head, is one of your coaches telling you he's been in 17 minutes or he's been in this minutes, or is it in your head, you know it, or it's just amazing how these minutes are always just accurate?
It's a feel, and also you got to look at guys when they're playing time. You can't play our style of play for 40 minutes. It's impossible. You know, I don't care how good of shape you in. So that's the beauty of our team, and the beauty of my system is playing guys, wearing other teams down, because most teams, especially in our league, only got 6, maybe 7 guys. Well, we're playing 10, 11 guys and wearing them down, and at the end of the game, we want to be on top because of the fatigue factor. And it's starting to really be evident now because of the style of play, and we're actually applying more pressure, not just in a half, but for the full game. Right. It's like fighting a bully. We're thinking, in my mind, everybody's a bully. We're a little kid, you know what I mean? But like my dad used to always tell you, if you hit somebody in the eye one time, you better keep on, because if you don't and the bully gets up, he's going to kick your butt, right?
That's right.
So that's how we're playing right now. We're just going to stay on them, keep our foot on the throttle, and not let them come up.
No question. A lot of things that I'm looking at, obviously, points off turnovers again. You forced 22 points, 22 turnovers for Alabama State. You got 24 points on that. Pretty good. Also, you're scoring a lot of points in the paint as well. That's something, and your bench points have been there too. But man, you're getting 40 points in the paint now.
Well, we're not getting it points in the paint traditionally, like throwing in the post to a male, but we're getting it. We're a driving team. We're not settling for 3-pointers, okay? Yeah. So we're trying to really force our way into the paint to get a better percentage shot. We're shooting, 30-some% from the 3-point line? Yeah. Well, I like our chances of getting closer to the rim more so than shooting threes. Right. Then when you do get that three, you're not thinking about it. It's just in rhythm. So, we're an attacking team. We're a dribble drive offense, and teams are trying to zone us, but it's not working now. We're starting to play with confidence and continue to infiltrate and attack seams. And the morale of our team is at an all-time high right now, simply because they're getting it, and they know they're getting it. And it wasn't given to us. It's been a struggle. Yeah. We've been playing hard, been playing strong, and they come to practice every single day. But now to receive some of the fruits from our labor, everybody's feeling good at our camp, and they're feeling so confident, looking and seeing that they love playing this style of play. They love playing hard. They love pressing people. They love turning people over, because it becomes fun on the offensive end, because we're running. We get to use our athleticism a little bit. And we just got to continue to sustain. And I thought the last couple of weeks we've been doing a good job of that.
And you talk about Emil too, but Emil Kucevic, number 40. He's playing in his 100th game this Saturday against Alcorn State. You don't see that anymore.
No.
He's playing his 100th game this Saturday.
How about that? And he's continuing to get better. He was a guy that didn't look like he fit in from a pace standpoint. Now he's playing faster. And I'll tell you what, he does things that don't show up on the stat sheet. When we're pressing teams and we're forcing them into taking quick shots or attacking the rim, he's protecting the rim without fouling. He's 6'10", 240. He's rebounding the ball better. He's finishing and catching balls and finishing better. And then we bring in that second team, which is faster, with DJ Burns and Skylar Baggs, who's playing a lot better now. He's one of the main reasons why we're playing well, because of his contributions to the basketball team. That second five is just as good as anybody's first five in our league. So the depth is starting to take effect, and we ain't there yet. No. We're not even close to it, but we're peaking at the right time, where everybody else is leveling off. We're still going in the right direction, and we just got to continue to do that.
Where UAPB beat to Texas Southern last week. How crazy is that? And now we're half a game behind Texas Southern and the Tigers. That's why this game is a big game with Alcorn State. And Coach, okay, Chris is going to bring up some bad stat here. So Southern is 10-2 against Alcorn State at home. 5-6 against the Alcorn State Braves in Norman, Mississippi, including a 3-game losing skid. So that's a tough place to play.
Well, we're looking forward to it. This is a brand new team who doesn't care about history. They care about now. Yeah. And that's the good thing, that we don't have anybody that on this team that even knows that stat. And they're just looking forward to playing the next team and posing there well and continue to get better. So, you know, and somebody brought it up to me the other day that we're the only team in America, I think, that doesn't have one person who averaged over double figures on the team, and we have, you know, the season that we're having.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. So that means now he's not going to be. He don't want to go near his team with these stats. The doors will be closed to the gym.
Yes.
Stay out, Chris Powers.
Yes.
Can't come in.
That's exactly right.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate doing a great
Appreciate you,
job.
Chris.
I knew it just takes time. People were just like, oh, man, we're not going to win anymore. It takes time. And all those guys back there, coaches, assistant coaches, they're working hard. They're jumping up. In fact, sometimes I think Coach Cipriano's vein's going to burst sometimes in his head right there with the post-up players. But good job. Y'all are all doing great jobs, guys. All right, when we come back, we're going to be talking about a big sponsor here for Southern University and part of Southern University. We'll tell you all the details with that coming up right here as we continue the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment, right
here. And they all say, go Jags!
Go Jags!
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. Smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here to Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And it's always big to have a sponsor because they help this program going, like our friends at the Louisiana Lottery, who are big sponsors of this show. Thank you, Ms. Rose, and all the stuff y'all do. Great job. Louisiana Lottery, a proud sponsor of the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. Now, also, we've got Ms. Dawn Patton. How you doing? Did I say it right?
Patan, yes.
Patan,
yes.
Not Patan, Patan.
Patan, yes.
Vice Chancellor of Extension of Southern Agricultural Center. How you doing?
We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Agriculture is the way to go, so hey.
Yeah. I don't think people really appreciate when they eat vegetables or they eat this. Me, it was always, during Hurricane Katrina, I had on my radio programs dairy farmers that were big time, had trees over their roads, and they couldn't get the produce trucks in there to get to the dairy farmers. And I said, they're important. We need to help them out because that milk will spoil.
Yes.
And they lose a lot of money. Well, obviously, same thing goes with our agricultural program, and Southern University is getting bigger and bigger. You're hearing more and more things about them. First of all, before we get anything out, you tell me you got a small farmers conference coming up?
Yes, in March we have our Small Farmers Conference. It's the 10th annual Small Farmers Conference. But more recent, or this weekend actually, we're having our 77th annual livestock show.
Oh, wow.
And Southern holds the distinction of being the only HBCU, historically black college university, that still supports the livestock show. So we're extremely proud about that. We'll have about 120 youth from all across the state of Louisiana showing their animals this weekend. They're coming on campus right now.
Wow, and if you need any extra storage for sheep or any, pigs, Coach Roman Banks' office is always open.
Great, great. Thank you, Coach Banks.
First of all, tell us, why is it so big that the agricultural program sponsors Southern Athletics?
We are full partners in everything at the university, so whenever given the time, we always agriculture is what the A&M stands for in Southern University Agricultural Mechanical State
Thanks for bringing that
College.
up. That's exactly right.
It's our land grant mission. We serve.
Yeah, and then also with that, we're going to celebrate that big time on March the 7th. That's a Saturday when we play against the Prairie View A&M Panthers, doubleheader in basketball. Yes. We're going to celebrate that at the F.G. Clark Activity Center.
It's called Ag Day, right?
Ag Day, that's right.
And we're looking forward to it. We'll be there in full force, and I'll buy you shirts, and
there you go.
Bayou stands for Beginning Agriculture Youth Opportunities Unlimited. And that's a signature program that has been modeled all across the country in ag schools where we recruit potential agriculture students to the careers in agriculture.
And speaking of that, you've got summer youth programs too. Tell us about those programs.
We have a lot of summer youth programs. We bring kids in from across the state and the region to participate in the summer programs to learn about agriculture, to potentially come to the university and major in agriculture. But more importantly than that, we teach life skills. A lot of people have misconceptions about agriculture and thinks that it's just cows and plows. I tell people that agriculture can take you anywhere you want to go in life. And as long as people eat every day, they take showers with clean water, they breathe clean air, they maintain healthy lifestyles, all of that is agriculture. So there's no such thing as not being involved in agriculture in some aspect of your life.
No doubt about that. How do you feel that the program at Southern University is looking as it goes forward, and how can we improve as it goes forward?
We are getting bigger and better and stronger every single day. And for all of you listening, if you have any high school students, we also have money. We have a lot of opportunities and we have a lot of scholarships. So we're looking for your best and your brightest, but more importantly, we're looking for students who want to make a difference in the world. And that's one of the things that we instill in all of our students. On the commercial, you saw a picture of Irene Lewis. She is the national president of Minorities in Agriculture and Natural Resources in Related Sciences, but she's a Southern student. So that's a high honor in the agriculture industry.
She's so confident in everything she says. I like that. And she just looks at the camera, and it's like, if you're running for politician, I'm voting for you right now. We need you to run for president right now. I'd vote for you right now.
Well, I'll say I'm a proud graduate of the College of Agriculture from back in the day. But
wow,
I'm a proud
I like
graduate,
that.
So.
Cool deal. Cool deal. Congratulations. And how can people get more information about the agriculture program at Southern University?
www.suagcenter.com, College of Ag, SUBR.com, 771-3660.
Thank you, Ms. Dawn Patton.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. That's Vice Chancellor of Extension of Southern Agricultural Center. When we come back, we got Coach Athletic Director Roman Banks back in, which I might not want him back here, so I gave his office up for any livestock in his office. We'll be back with that coming up right here from Scoreboard's Restaurant. Got some delicious boiled and seafood, unbelievable, big shrimp, big crawfish. They've also got potatoes and corn to go with that. Crab legs, huge. You got to come and get you some. 1 million TVs to watch your favorite sporting event, all right here at Scoreboards on Coursey Boulevard. Back in a moment on Pelican Sports TV.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try Ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
It's the night we've been waiting for, a once-in-a-lifetime lottery premiere. The excitement is electric. Who will emerge first? Oh, it's Show Me $200,000, the new $10 scratch-off. The whole family's here. There's Show Me $100,000, looking dapper as ever. Show Me $20,000, and Show Me $10,000, the new $1 game. Play the Show Me family of games from the lottery.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton & Fouger today.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University. Together, a winning team.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
It's time to find out what's happening with This Week in Jaguar Athletics, called The Next 7. Men's basketball will head to Lorman, Mississippi to take on the Alcorn State Braves this Saturday, February 29th at 5:30 p.m. And the Lady Jags will face the Alcorn State Lady Braves on that same Saturday at 3 p.m. Tennis will head to Ruston, Louisiana to play Louisiana Tech on Friday, February 28th at 3 p.m. Then on Saturday, they face Grambling at 12 noon. Baseball will head to Prairie View, Texas for the opening of the SWAC baseball season. Then on Tuesday, March 3rd, they will play at Lee Hines Field against Northwestern State Demons at 6 p.m. And that's what's going on in the next 7 for Jaguar Athletics. For more information, go to gojagsports.com. That's gojagsports.com. All right, welcome back. We got a lot of stuff going on at Southern University, of course, and we hope that, again, gojagsports.com. We've got, I want to mention two people here that's here as well. I want to mention James is in the house. Tanisha's in the house as well. New Decisions, right? They're back there eating crawfish.
Yeah, shit in the house. Hey, New Decisions, how you doing?
Yeah. And then also, too, we want to talk about, we got Willie, who's part of the SID department in here. Willie does a hard job, great job. Always on the run, so thanks, Willie. And the guy who's the acting SID, Coach Rodney, birthday is today.
My man, Coach Rod's birthday today.
The guy looks like he's 22 years old. Because you know what, we're talking agriculture just a moment ago. That's a homeboy from Kansas.
He's trying to hide back there. Can y'all get him on camera? They trying to hide. He's trying to hide back there.
That guy has got like millions of acres in Kansas, his family, big time.
Hey. Like the Godfather, bring out the best bottle of champagne.
That's exactly right. All right, now time to ask a question right now. We've got a chance to ask the athletic director a question. Go ahead.
Yes, Chris, we have Mr. Mark Bush, and they say if you went through the registration process at Southern, you're an alumni, so I call him an alumni. But he has a question for AD Banks.
Coach Banks, how you doing? I'm a longtime supporter of Jaguar Athletics and especially basketball. My question, what can the fans expect from the last 2 home games?
Oh, yeah, great question. And so the basketball team going to go take care of business. Both teams going to go take care of business this Saturday at Alcorn. But when we come back, that'll be the 5th and the 7th. That's Thursday. Our home game is going to finish up Thursday, Saturday. So I want to make sure everybody know that because we're usually playing on Tuesday, Saturdays. Yep. And so it's going to be a Thursday, Saturday ball game, Thursday against PV. And Saturday day against Texas Southern. And so usually traditionally those are all have become our 2 biggest rivals. So we're gonna ask a lot of people to come to the game. But obviously Thursday, we're expecting a huge crowd. That's one of our students' favorite day. That's Greek night. And so we got Greek night on Thursday night, Thursday the 5th. And we're asking all grad chapters, fraternities and sororities to contact our office for your discount ticket prices. And also you can bring a kid, fraternity or sorority can bring a kid for a discount price as well. And so we're asking you, if you hear this challenge, then obviously you can call our ticket office at 225-771-3171 for more information. And then on Saturday, which will be senior night for our student athletes. And we are very excited about the job that they have done the 2 to 4 years that they've been at Southern University. And so we want to send them off in style. And so we'll have senior night between the games, between the women game and the men game. We'll be doing a send-off and getting them their token of appreciation from the athletic department. And also on Saturday, that's Booster Club night. That's Cass South. We have a walk going that day. It's high school. It's senior high school day. And so we have. I should have told Taylor come on up here. We got so much stuff going on. And we also have a baseball game at 1 o'clock that day. So Saturday is going to be a huge day where everybody can come in. I think we're doing about a 1 mile walk. It's Health Fitness Day that Cass South is going to be out there taking blood pressure and all those things. And so we're excited about that day. My hopes is that we can do the very best job and pack the mini dome and on Thursday and Saturday and send them off in a grand fashion. And hopefully, if we continue to do what we're doing, then we'll host a first-round championship game on that Tuesday.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, you're asking Taylor to come here. You got to get checked with her agent first before that happens.
She wasn't available. Okay.
Unavailable today.
All right, she's not available today. We understand. Thank you very, very much.
I'll tell you, though, but if you asked her to come up here and get one of these plates of bread pudding. Overtime series.
All right, let's get it right.
Bread pudding.
Overtime series bread pudding. All right, you have to try this before you leave out.
That's right.
All right, I worked very hard to create this dish. I'll make sure.
If anything's going to fall down and strike him right now, please, he's the one said it, not me. I'm not the Pinocchio in this thing. But we've got this bread pudding that is delicious, and probably have to put a candle in there, give it to Coach Rod right there. I see he's already got a drink in his hand, so that's good. We're going to celebrate big time. And we're going to have it big time. And then also, too, we got some delicious seafood here that you've got right here. Look at this. Look at the crawfish, crabs, shrimp, and corny potatoes.
Is this Manda's? This Manda's sausage? Yeah. Okay, then. Yeah.
Go ahead. Whatever.
Listen, these, I have to know. I have to know what we're getting into. So, you know, it's very good sausage right here. I know this place here is a Manda's supporter. That's why I say
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But, Coach, what does it mean to you to have this support as when we come here to Scoreboard's Restaurant here on Coursey Boulevard every Wednesday night to do this show, not only being live on Pelican Sports throughout the state of Louisiana, but having the Jaguar Nation right here, coaches of all sports right here to support us?
Well, you know, I always say in the athletic department, support starts within, and we spend so much time away from home that we're the extended family of each other. And one thing that I can say, that I'm fortunate and blessed to have the best job in America, because I have the greatest fans across this country known as Jaguar Nation. I think that we need to give our fans a round of applause. Whenever we call on our fans, whenever we call on our booster club, our support clubs, they come out. You see Miss Kitty and everybody here all the time, Big Willie and them here all the time, Hardwood Club. I mean, we got great support in this building, and this is one of the few shows that we run from the fall all the way to the spring that have continued support.
Yeah.
And I just believe that it's a unique show because we serve a unique group of people, better known as Jaguar Nation and Southern University fans, that I'm very fortunate to be a part of, and thank you all very much. And keep on coming out here on Wednesday nights.
That's right. We'll bring DJ Kicks, keep bringing them in here and all that stuff. The seafood that you get, the Overtime Series bread pudding, and just fun to talk to the Jaguar Nation and talk about a bunch of sports and what's events going on at Southern University. It's a lot of fun. Again, next Saturday is going to be a big day at Southern on campus. Not this Saturday, but the next. You're
We're waiting on Rodney Toast. Everybody got their champagne?
Yes,
Let's get it going out here. This is what we do. When we go off the air, y'all, this turned into a big party. So make sure you come on out here, enjoy the seafood, watch the game. We got DJ Kicks back here. Go Jags.
Restaurant, Pelican Sports TV.
Cheers to Big Rob back there, my partner. Turn it up.